Kindred Spirits. Welcome back to my Silk Honey Sewing Room. This is not going to be a tutorial. This is just going to be more of a show and tell. I am going to tell you where I got my inspiration from and how I proceeded to look up a bag. This is my great bag. I had showed you the material previously. For the pieces I cut out, I don't know if you can see this very well. I will tell you, and I will write it in the description box at the bottom. First of all, for my inspiration, I like watching the little lady. I can't remember her name. I apologize. I will look it up, and it will be in the description. But she is on Sewspire, and almost all of the bags that she does with the T technique, where she gets all of her pieces sewed together in a T and puts them together. So I did follow that form of thinking, and the encasing, the zipper. But this is my pattern. I made it my sizes. I just used her technique. The sides are 10.5 by 10.5. The ends of the duffel bag. They are 10.5 by 10.5. You need two each. Two each of the lining and two each of the outer fabric. Okay, the front and the back of the duffel bag are 10.5 by 24.5. And you need two each of those for the lining and the outer fabric for 4 total. Okay, and then the bottom, you need another 10.5 by 24.5 for the bottom and the outer piece. So technically that's 1, 2, 3, 4 each of the outer and the lining fabric that are 10.5 by 24.5, and 4 each that are 2 each of the lining and outer fabric at 10.5 by 10.5. The zipper casing I made 10.5 by 24.5. I cut 2 of the outer fabric only. I used a trim. I put on here approximately 6 yards of 1.5 strips. I put a flange around it. 6 yards is way too much. I guessed over to be sure I had enough. I'll see if I can check and find out how much I actually used and put that in the description. The handle I cut 32 inches by 5 inches. I cut 2 of the outer fabric, and I folded them the way it's typically done. I ironed them in half, then I folded them in half again on each side, and folded them over each other so there's no raw edges, and then I sewed up and down each side. Let me see if here. This is how the finished piece looks. It's so dark, I don't know if you can see it. This is denim material with a fleur-de-lis on it. So that it makes a good sturdy handle. This denim is very heavy. And then I also lined it with Pellon 808 craft fabric, Pellon craft interfacing, and I lined all of the other pieces, all of the other pieces as well. The lining and the outer fabric, I lined them all with Pellon 808. You iron it on. The directions, they use a steam iron with a wet cloth, and that is what I did. It did make it quite thick. I'm going to show you what I have here. This is the original tee. Here, I'm going to see if the camera's big enough. Let me get that far back. Okay. This is a side piece. This is the side piece, and there's the end piece, and there's the side piece in the middle. That is what makes your tee. And then on the back, you can see I cut a flange. That's what I was telling you, 6 yards. I cut a flange out of the lining fabric and I put it around 3 sides of the end pieces. Let's see here. 3 sides of the end piece, just like that. And then I put it on the bottom, on both sides of the bottom. So it gives a good trim all the way around the bag when it's put together. The lining, I have not put together yet, so there's no need in showing you that. I've still just got, this is the pieces of the lining that I have to put together. When I get the rest of it put together, I will come back and show you what I have done. Again, I apologize, this is not a tutorial, this is just a show and tell, but I will give descriptions at the bottom for where I got for the piece so much patience with me. I know I haven't gotten a flow of the videos that I promised that I would. I have had several issues going on here. I've had some technical issues and I had some family issues, but I am trying very, very hard to get back in full swing, and I hope y'all will have patience with me and continue to watch. Give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Comment below, let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see, what you don't want to see. And please, please, share, share, share. I really want to get these subscriptions and the shares up, because I am really looking forward to doing some live videos, and I can't do that till I got some viewers. So I thank you very much. Bye-bye. Big Texas hugs.